YouTube, what is going on? Is your favorite gamer here, Above Average Cody, and today we're here on Halo Infinite, and I want to show you guys some of the things that I did on this game to severely improve my aim. And now, my aim's obviously not the best, guys, but how I've progressed from coming back to Halo Infinite in Season 2 after taking a month or two break, it has improved tenfold, and I'm going to show you guys what you can do to not only improve your aim if you feel like you have maybe like mediocre or very average aim, and kind of start to turn it into good aim, and also try to paint a couple issues that you guys may have, and how you can potentially fix that such that you can kind of go to the next level with your aim. And guys, I'm not going to talk too much about controller settings, but it is worth mentioning that you need good controller settings, and you have to be very comfortable with your controller. Not necessarily just take whatever Formal's running, whatever Lucid's running, or whatever I'm running. You don't have to do that. Just find something comfortable and try to stick with it, because the more comfortable you get on something, the more you're able to kind of adjust. But guys, tons of settings already done here on the channel for controller settings. I even recently showed my current settings, so I'll link those down below. But let's get into how you can genuinely improve your gameplay with better aim. So guys, first off, go to Academy. I want you to go down to, not training mode yet. We're going to go to weapon drills, and then go to BR75, because obviously first gun you start with in ranked, and you can go to BR75 endless. And this is something they added for Season 2, because the other three are timed, and they only last so long. So this is like bare bones the first thing you're going to do, and I'm going to show you guys some things I do to not only like warm up my aim, but kind of like you can treat this as like a warm-up and also like a practice type situation. And basically, once you get a controller you're comfortable with, get some settings you're comfortable with, that's when you can take it here. And guys, you'll see me do this a lot in game, but before I even start a game sometimes, I'll do like a little bit of a circle. And this is kind of to get my mind and my fingers, I guess, comfortable with what the sensitivity I'm going to be working with on. And because no matter how comfortable you are with your sensitivity, how long you've been playing, we all get on, and that first game jitters, first game like warm up, it can be pretty tough, guys. So I do a little circle, because this will get you comfortable with the full range of the stick and kind of what it does, and like moving around, because that's really how you're going to warm up your aim. Now, second, guys, in BR Endless, literally, obviously, shoot your enemy. I'm not going to get in depth on that. You have to shoot your enemy. But focus on using a lot of left stick aim, guys. And even don't just follow them. Throw little wiggles in, you know. Just focus on using the left stick a lot to aim. And that's really the first tip I have for you guys. If you're having a lot of trouble hitting your enemy, you feel like your aim's all over the place, you know, you're missing a lot of bullets like that, you're probably using a little bit too much right stick. And I'm not saying you're never going to use your right stick, but Halo is a lot of left stick aiming, guys. And by that, I mean like using your strafe, you know, I'm moving side to side such that I can correct my aim. And if you're having a lot of trouble with aiming left and right, I definitely think you'll see a lot of success with using your left stick to aim. And you'll see I am holding it on them, but I'm also strafing at the same time. That is because I'm using a little bit of right stick aim. So take this 5mm little stand here, for example, guys. Obviously, if you just use your left stick to aim, you're just going to cross the reticle over it, which in a strafe battle and the enemy strafing, that might be how the gunfight goes down. But if you use a little bit of right stick aim, you can actually keep it focused on. You see I kind of have to warm it up a little bit, but obviously on an enemy, you're going to have aim assist on controller. But if you guys can do this, even if you do exactly this in practice with an object, that's pretty much how the gunfight is going to go. And then you can speed it up a little bit. Pin the left stick, make sure you're doing a full strafe, and just focus on hanging that reticle over whatever it is. And you can use this on anything, guys. There's even a little target here, and just hit the strafe and see how well you can hold it on this. And this seems silly. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was a good player watching this video, I'd be like, this dude's tapped. But literally, that's what you have to do, because that is exactly what you're going to be doing in gunfights. And the better you can master that, guys, and master your right stick, your subtle right stick with some left stick aim, that is what is going to make your aim just that much better, guys. You know, practice ADSing because the sense is going to be different. And then between gunfights, do a little bit of a loop-de-loop, guys. Cookie cut the enemy, because the better you can keep your reticle, the closer you can keep your reticle to an enemy, especially a moving one, we call that tracking, guys. And the better your tracking is, the more accurate you're going to be, the higher your accuracy stat's going to be, and the more bullets you're going to hit, and you're going to have a way easier time. And the better you can pair that with a good strafe and constantly moving in your gunfights, guys, your aim is just going to be that much better, and at the same time, you're going to make your enemies miss a lot more bullets, and it's just going to make the game come that much easier. Now, next up, I'm going to show you guys where you want to go to take it to the next level, because you do not want to only be practicing in that mode. Because, guys, never in a game is your enemy going to be moving in one direction with a strafe. They're not going to be standing still. Even in the lower lobbies, your game modes are not going to look like that 99% of the time. So, I've shown this in a lot of videos in the past, guys, but we have a lot of new subs here on the channel. So, next, you're going to go into Academy Training Mode. I like to go to live fire. That's just what I like to do. And this is going to be the closest you can get to live action, where you can make it so that you can maximize your practice. And while we're loading in here, guys, I'm not going to cut this out because I want to talk about something else. If you are having trouble holding that reticle like I just showed you with the left stick and the right stick aim where I showed you to practice on that target, if you're kind of over, like, aiming it a little bit, guys, you may have to lower your sensitivity because it might be a little bit too high. And if you feel like you have to really cram your right stick over to kind of keep it on the target, then you may have to raise your sensitivity. That is something you guys may have to watch some of my controller settings videos to do, or you may just have to figure it out on your own. Obviously, over-aiming, turn the sensitivity down. Under-aiming, turn the sensitivity up. Now, guys, amazing mode. Most of you already know this, but I'll just go through it briefly. You can do any weapon. You can do basically anything. I put infinite ammo on, put deathless on, turn the enemies off, put 2 enemies on, and then just to show you, I'll leave everything default, except I'm going to turn off bot shooting and stuff, just to kind of show you how it goes down. And then I will literally just run around in this game mode, guys. And again, do a couple of these, guys, and once you see an enemy, do your best to really put in as many shots as you can, and try not to miss too much. And this is basically just practice / warm-up again. There's not too many tips I can really give you here, guys, except focus on snapping to targets as quickly as possible and putting in some quality shots. And if it feels a little bit too slow, guys, literally up the enemy bots. Make it so there's 4 enemy bots. There will be plenty of people to shoot, and just focus on hitting as many shots as physically possible. And they're going to be strafing. I'm not going to lie to you. And this is only marine strafing. So if you turn that up to Spartan, guys, it is going to be that much harder to hit them. But literally, the more you do this, the more you practice, and the more you get comfortable with the sticks, guys, I promise you, the sensitivity is going to be that much, it's going to become that much more comfortable to you, and then it is going to be that much easier to aim. And obviously, I'm only showing you guys this with the BR, but you can switch to any gun in this. Personally, I like to use a single fire weapon. The S7 sniper can probably be pretty tough, so I probably wouldn't start with that one. But I would use something like the Commando with a decent amount of ammo, so 20 shots in a clip, obviously. And then do the same thing, guys, and you don't even have to go for the kill right away. Just focus on hitting every shot, and I promise the better your accuracy gets, guys, this will help out a lot with tracking as well. The better your accuracy gets, you can start doing the faster shots and hopefully start hitting those perfects with it. And I hate to, like, bring it up because obviously the GA, a lot of people hate the gun. The Mangler is also perfect for practicing your aim, guys, just because of how it takes time for the shot to come up. And then you'll learn that single fire weapons require a lot of left stick aiming because they are much less forgiving than a burst gun or a full auto gun. So focus on strafing into the enemy with these single shot weapons, and then again, just put it all together, guys, and I promise the more you practice, the better your aim is going to get. And I mean, this isn't like any super insightful tips, but people really do overthink aim in this game. It's really all about getting comfortable with what you have laid out in front of you for settings, for controller, and then all that stuff there, guys. And the more you practice it, the better your aim's going to get, and the faster it's going to improve. But one other tip I want to give you that is relevant to controller settings, guys, is don't be changing your settings too much. A lot of people actually hurt themselves trying to find these perfect these perfect aim settings and things like that. But the more you change it, the more inconsistent it's going to be, and the more your muscle memory is not going to be able to get used to kind of any settings. So basically, I'm saying find something relatively comfortable, again, where you can hold your aim on something, you know, you can turn around fast enough, and then you can mostly hit your enemy and things like that. And then once you find something that works, guys, just stick with it, get into the practice lobbies, and do all this stuff here where you can kind of get comfortable with it and then turn it into something that is really amazing and something that is very consistent. And I promise you guys, if you put all this stuff together, you'll notice how good your aim gets. And one of the perks of good tracking, guys, is like with nades, if you're using sticky grenades, your cursor will already be over them, so it's easy to like grapple them and stuff like that. And just good tracking is really the most important part of aim. And again, by that I mean holding your reticle over the enemy as long as physically possible, and everything just comes that much easier when you're able to do so. And one last tip, guys, I realize I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sorry if I'm going like a little too fast, but obviously you guys can just replay the video. But you'll notice when you watch somebody more inexperienced, they're like snapping around, they're like looking around, they're playing it kind of like Call of Duty, and they're playing Twitchy. But when you watch somebody like Lucid, you watch somebody like Formal, even like Renegade, guys, their reticle is very, very slow because they are almost pre-aiming, and we call this centering. You always want to hold your reticle at where you think the enemy is going to be. So say you're coming around B here, guys, you're not going to be looking at the ground, looking straight, turning late. You're going to have your reticle up high, and you're going to have it where you think the enemy is going to be, so that the moment you come around the corner and there is an enemy in front of you, you can get that first bullet and then hit them. So focus on your centering as well, guys, because centering, tracking, and then just getting comfortable with your controller are really going to be the main things that help your aim out in live practice here. So again, guys, that's pretty much the best tips I have. If you are having trouble with controller settings in general, be sure to check out some of the videos that I linked below, guys, because they are really helpful. A lot of people have said how much they help them. So that might be your issue, but I'd say it's probably pretty unlikely. A lot of it is probably just you need to get more practice in with the single fire weapons, with the battle rifle, and all that good stuff, guys. But hopefully this video helped you out. I mean, it was a lot, and it was a pretty loaded video, but I just wanted to talk about some stuff because somebody actually asked the other day in chat how to improve the aim and what to do like for practice. So I felt like doing another video on this because it's been a while since I've talked strictly about in-game aim practice, because most of the time I'm talking about like controller settings and stuff. So here it is, guys. But alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Tons of Halo content lately. We're going to get back into the COD content a lot once Modern Warfare 2 comes out. We're going to have a 24-hour stream coming, and hopefully you guys are around for that. So be sure to hit that sub button. Leave a like on the video so more people can find this, guys, and get help with their aim. It really does help out so much. But so yeah, leave a like, guys. Leave a comment if you have any other aim tips that you like to do in-game to kind of get some practice and kind of keep that aim crispy and sharp. Leave it below, guys. I'll leave a heart on it so it'll jump to the top. People can get help from your guys' tips as well as mine on the video. And then, of course, guys, channel membership, super thanks. We got all that stuff live here. And if you feel so inclined, please don't feel like you have to, though. But that does it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you all. And that does it. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one, guys.